Hit 'em swamp wise. I can face a black bear with my hunting knife. Catch a cottonmouth moccasin before it can strike. Cross me and you better run for your life. I'm swamp wise. Swamp wise.
These snakes up here on this table, the venomous snakes that I placed up here just a few minutes ago, they've been up here now, what, about 5 minutes? They've been teaching us lessons ever since I brought them out here. Number one, any one of these snakes is capable of killing me. It should be obvious to everyone by now that just because they're venomous does not mean they want to bite someone. I have never found a snake yet anywhere on this earth that wanted to bite me, but I've also never found one that wanted to come with me. Snakes, like all of God's creation, are very busy working for this earth. They'd rather not be disturbed. And I would suggest just watch out for them if you see one. Just remember that golden rule of nature. If you don't need it, leave it. They're also teaching us something else, how they treat each other. They're capable of killing each other. Now, everybody in this gathering, everybody here is the same species. And yet no one here is exactly the same color as the person next to him or her. You've got a few seconds to check each other out on that. No matter what race we are, we come in different color phases. Up here on the table are 3 deadly snakes capable of killing each other. Are they all the same color? Oh, the lessons we could learn. The tolerance, the fact that a wild animal never shirks its responsibilities. They work for the earth from the minute they're born till the day they die. Wild animals do not waste, they take only what they need. You and me, in our modern way of life, we're spoiled rotten. Just one example about us, every single thing we buy in the store comes wrapped in something we're just going to throw away. We're the most wasteful creatures on God's earth. Wild animals don't waste. They don't poison or pollute the earth or try to change it. They certainly do not ruin their lives with drugs. They do not do drugs. And they do not kill because of ignorance. Oh, there's so many lessons we could learn. Well, the cottonmouth swims very well in the water. It'll catch a live fish and take it up on the shore, though, to eat it, because it does not live in water. It lives on the land. It breathes the same air we do. It just likes to live near the water because one of its favorite foods is fish. That's the only place you can get the fish. You can't go to the grocery store like you and me. The rattlesnake never did rattle. This canebrake rattlesnake, you see, the only time I've ever heard a rattlesnake rattle, it's got to be wide awake. It knows that danger is near, and it is not sure it can escape. The important thing to understand about any snake, whether it's your pet boa constrictor or a rat snake, a king snake, whatever it is, if it's shaking its tail, it does that because it knows that you are there and it is afraid of you. And that is why it might bite you. Not because snakes hate people or because snakes are evil or vicious. I do not believe there's a wild animal on earth that has those feelings. I think all too often we human beings try to interpret things into wild animals that are just not there. We try to make them like us, and that's not possible. I don't think a wild animal has a brain big enough to feel things like anger, jealousy, envy, greed, hate. I believe those are human problems. But if a snake shakes its tail, it does it because it's scared, and that's why it might bite. A frightened wild animal will bite anything that gets near it. This one never did rattle. I captured this snake 7 years ago, at which time it was less than half the size it is now. It has adapted very well to captivity. It's simply not afraid of me. If it was, it would shake its tail, but it's not. Oh, I suppose if I poked at it and tormented it somehow, it would rattle for us. But I'm not going to do that. I've got one in the box over here that will rattle. That was a canebrake rattlesnake. And in this box right here is the most dangerous snake in Georgia. It's an eastern diamondback rattlesnake. I'll say this again, you're perfectly safe anywhere in this gathering, except up here with me. It's not a big one. It's only about 5 feet long. That's why I've nicknamed it Junior. Yeah. If you've never heard the sound of a rattlesnake before, now's an excellent time to learn it while it's done safely right here. Sometime back, when I opened that box, a little kid out there in the audience said, "That sounds like somebody frying bacon in that box." More like burning it, but that's the sound. If you hear that sound, know that that animal knows you're there and it's afraid of you. Well, Junior, let's go meet the people. Come on here. All right.